I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
So I think I speak for every Gen X male alive today that in the most wonderful year of our Lord, 1988, you were lucky enough to see Die Hard in the movie theater. I'm not joking. Bruce Willis, I know John McClane is the character, Bruce Willis is the actor. There's your hero, your childhood hero. Guarantee you, John McClane, Die Hard, Bruce Willis. I was in the 8th grade, and it had such an effect on me. I'm like that was a hero. That was a no fucking joke hero. It's the movies, I know, but when you saw that, like a thing in your brain went off, like that's what real fucking men would do. And like I said, I think I speak for most Gen X boys now, men, who after seeing that, you were like, dude, I would so love to do that. I mean, not getting shot and the pain and the hurt and the glass in the foot. Yes, we know, but it's just like it was the calling. It's like, this is what we're meant. Like, I care what, man, if the terrorists are never shot, I'm going to do. It just, there's no other way to describe it. I got freaking Dre and Marcus Brown and a handful of you other Hanyakers haven't seen it yet. And I'm like, oh my God. The hell is wrong with you people? Anyway, fast forward 35 years. Is that about right? Am I doing the math right? 30 years minimum. And I made a joke a couple of years back. Like, if you had Die Hard today, think about this, just the plot. John McClane, if he just left, right? He's estranged from his wife, right? He's trying to visit his wife, rekindle the relationship. The terrorists take over, right? And the whole plot is they're going to make off with the money and make it look like there was an explosion on the roof and that they died in the explosion. We're sitting on a beach. 20%. But John McClane comes in, stops the day like the American fucking hero he was. I was saying, if you had Die Hard in 2024, the average guy estranged from his wife would leave. He would just quietly exit. Now, he wouldn't even show up at Nakatomi Plaza in the first place, but just follow me through. Kind of like if Indiana Jones never showed up, it would have ended the same way. Kind of same thing here is like if John McClane, instead of running up the staircase, got out the exit door, found his kids in Pomona, Ramona, or wherever it is, and he would have just watched it on TV. Wife would have bought it, probably would have gotten some kind of some kind of estate. The kids would have been here. He would have full custody of his kids, could move them back to New York. And in the 35 years time from when I was an idealist 13-year-old kid, and man, has there been a shit ton of divorce, a shit ton of broken families, this fucking godlike Moloch worshiping of single motherhood, and not to mention disparagement. We don't need no men are pick. Okay, we got it all. We don't need no father replace. A wholesale replacement of fathers with government checks. That today, I don't even have any necessarily bad experience. I've never been married. I've never been divorced. I don't have a ton of bad things to say about the women in my life. But if I was married and estranged, I don't know if they were divorced or not, and there was trouble going on, I wouldn't be showing up to the plaza. I would exit stage right, go say hi to my kids, get a bucket of popcorn. Oh no, the building blew up. Sole custody by default, which admittedly is dark and macabre, but the times have changed. The times that was even in the late 80s and there was still divorce. I think even Murphy Brown was a thing back then. But I mean, at least there was the idea that husbands and wives liked each other. Now we got it on full display. And I will admit the generations have changed since 1988, where you have an antagonism, a rivalry, a contempt would be a good word. Not all hatred, I got that, between the sexes. There ain't, you will never, you girls will never have a John McClane. Never. There's not one guy that's motivated enough to sacrifice. And that's the guy that's married. Now go back in the day, a kid I'd save. Little kids are innocent. But what didn't it happen on the Concordia? Wasn't there a boat called the Concordia and it was sinking and everyone was trying to say women and children first and men said, fuck that. And they were just pushing themselves. That was 10 years ago, I think. You're not getting any more heroes. There are no more heroes. You want equality? By God, you're going to get equality. We can't have this old sacrificial social contract. Oh, you got to sacrifice for the sake of the children in the future. Even if it ain't your kid. Like if you saw a little kid, okay, I think we all on board. Like, okay, all right, a little kid, he doesn't get it. We'll get him out of the stream. What are we seeing now? If it's a full-grown adult, what, the lady in the subway in Philadelphia that was raisined and people watched to do nothing? I'm not laughing. I feel bad for the woman, but holy cow, this is how much apathy you got in society now. There's the guy also subway, also New York, also leftist shithole, also Democrat stronghold, also. There was the guy acting all crazy, and then the Marine kind of chokeholded him, and I think he accidentally died. And now that guy, if I could look it up, I think he's still arrested. You do the right thing, you go to jail. There was, in the United Kingdom, some gal was assaulted on the subway, I think was by an immigrant, because, you vote for that shit. And then she was upset that two other men did nothing. And then she had to point out that they were white men. Fuck you, lady. Even if they weren't white men, if it was any guy, what are the laws like in the United Kingdom? Are we allowed to intervene and cause violence to end it? Are we allowed to be good Samaritans, or do we go to jail too? I mean, even if you wanted to be a hero, you legally can't. There's a risk you're going to go to jail. And so this was sent to me. I was tagged in it on the Twittergrams. David Goldman, he posted a chart, and on the left side, it's willingness to fight for country from 0 to 100. Maybe that's the percent of men who responded in the affirmative. And on the x-axis is total fertility, and they scatter plot it. And what you find out, it's not the world's strongest correlation. If I eyeball this, it looks like a 0.5, 0.4 correlation coefficient. The more kids you have, the more you're willing to fight for your country. Japan is on the bottom left. They have the lowest fertility rate, and they are tied for third for least only 18% of the Japanese people, or men, I guess, are willing to fight for their country. Someone's below them. And it's like, yeah, if we don't have kids or family or love in our lives, imagine that. The men are a bit reluctant to go and fight for God and country. Oh, in our country, right? I'm sorry, not God, right? Not God. He writes, Japan can't recruit soldiers. As Grant Newsham explains in Asia Times, Germany's almost as bad. Countries that have no children would sacrifice for the next generation. I'm going to read it here. Asia Times. Oh, this might be some long-ass thing. God. Japan military hammered and war hasn't even started. Insufficiently respected self-defense force crushingly defeated last year, missing recruitment targets by 50%. How's it any different than here? Now, I know most of the men raised by single mothers are pussies. Most of the men we had raised in the public schools by teachers are pussies. What was it? They can't. I don't know if that's all true now. That might be. But what they got rid of the hand grenade throwing thing because men can't throw. Young men can't throw a baseball. Essentially, Japan could buy all the F-35s and long-range and hypersonic missiles it wants. It could even boast having cobbled together a couple aircraft carriers, but so what? It's not that hardware that doesn't matter, but until Tokyo pays more attention to the people actually serving the Japanese self-defense force, buying shiny, expensive equipment matters little. No kidding. Like having all these corporations and companies and institutions in the United States, and if they ain't going to be manned, if you're not going to be fair, if you're not going to hire fairly or justly, you're going to have all this racist, sexist bullshit in there. You're going to put incredible hurdles in the way of young people to go and get jobs and go and get financing for housing. Are you saying people may shut? Is this? Oh, it's the Scooby-Doo mystery, isn't it? It's the Scooby-Doo mystery. I wonder if this author, he does hit it on the head without kids, because there's a chart in here. This is the closest this guy has gotten closest to solving the Scooby-Doo mystery. This is great. The JSDF has never fought an actual war, but it suffered a crushing defeat last year, missing recruitment targets by 50%. The year before, it was a 35% miss, and for years it has had 20% shortfalls. Thus, JSDF is something of an old, undermanned, and overworked force. The reasons, or better said, the excuses, are Japan's shrinking population, competition from the private sector, and a series of personnel scandals. However, actual blame lies within Japan's politicians, officials, academics, and certain media outlets that have spent the last 6 decades ignoring, underfunding, hamstringing, and belittling and humiliating the JSDF. Well, why would they do that? When was the last time any prominent Japanese politician spoke directly to the public about the importance of the Japanese self-defense force and the people serving it, and then kept repeating the message? I don't know. Are the women... Look, an appeal to patriotism and nationalism certainly will help. But yeah, if you have kids... Look, I won't lie. I don't have kids. In this regard, I'm already happy I don't have kids. I am so fucking happy I don't have kids, because I got to worry about this shit. You're damn right I don't care what happens after I die, because I can't. I won't be around. You wanted people to be invested in the future of America. You want to have a country? You need kids. You know what you need to have kids? Agreeable, nice, sweet women. Super hypersonic Ree. I know the men ain't all that pretty to look at either. Everyone's let themselves go. But I'll tell you this, this whole, look, that's fine. Feminism, equal treatment, all this. This hard on, girls have to be a girl boss and kick those kids down the road until like the last egg, which has 8 inches of dust accrued on it. And then the adversarial nature, could we call it that, ladies, that you have with men? And the shame you shame each other with, like, oh, you just get married because you're a pick-me. This shame that you don't need a man. How many times? You don't need a man. Oh, who's going to fight the war? And another thing, World War II, I think the guys are pretty motivated. Had nice women back at home. They probably had kids, or they want to have kids. Big baby boom happened afterwards. Right? They're pretty motivated. How motivated? There ain't going to be no Audie Murphys in the modern day conscripted zillennial wars. You think they're going to charge up some hill? You think they're going to be the most lackadaisical, unmotivated soldiers ever? That Christ, they might mutiny. I mean, depending on the war, they might as well. I mean, it's not the. Why are we killing these people? They didn't do anything to me. Okay, I'm done. No, I have a problem with kind of murdering people that have really doesn't, because you got a political hate boner for them. Because your doped up son had some kind of deal go south. I'm not mentioning any president or anything like that, or any kind of like heroin addicted son whose mom is a low IQ fucking moron with a fake degree that has a doctorate in bullshit. I'm not mentioning any group of people in particular right now. Has there ever been the equivalent of a Top Gun movie for the chat? I'm trying to look for where the chart is. Services aren't good. They're just talking about how the military is not promoted. Compensation is not that good. Get priorities right. Give some JDF. Well, where's the chart? Where did the chart come from? Okay, the chart's not in the article. That was odd. All right, well, still the chart. When I saw that, I don't know who. We all know, communally speaking, here in the United States, things are not going well, right? We all kind of agree on that. Things are getting harder, and I think it's Pew Research. Are we on the right path? Are we on the right path? Yeah. And whatever, majority say no. I think we all agree on that. Our solutions vary wildly or antithetical to each other. But we all agree we're on the wrong. So we need someone to do something. And I also noticed, again, hard to tell what's BS, but you start to see a little increase socially, internet-wise, where girls are like, oh no, we need men now. Oh no, I don't. Oh yeah, I wanna be stay-at-home mom. Oh yeah, I'm totally trad now. How much of that is BS and all that? But we all do know there's BS. We see all you girls crying. You can't handle a job. Some of that is also professional wrestling theater, but we all know that's a problem, right? And we need bailouts. Let me ask you something. Where have all the good men gone? I just need a man. There's no more heroes. Who's going to save you? Who is going to save you? Or in this, I don't mean like in a John McClane hero savior sort of way, but in a functional, more metaphorical. Who's going to solve the problems? You won't even let someone stop a raisinist without the fear of them getting arrested. Is that guy still in jail? Is that guy still arrested in New York City for choking out the other guy? You make it impossible. There are states where you have a duty to retreat from your own house. And let the burglar, let the thieves. You girls are just like, oh my God, socialism and Democrat, I care so much, make it for the criminals. I mean, look, ladies, I understand criminals are hot. I know they're really good looking and they're hot. Could you just make that maybe we could shoot them if they come into our house? Oh no, we're just so understanding. Why is there so much crime? Why are things so expensive? There is no one coming to save you. None. Because especially the past 20 years, especially let's say social media, the Zoomers, the millennials, but it's happened in different ways for at least the past 4 generations. You have taken away the number one thing that would have given men a reason and a motivation to be invested in this country, yourselves and any would-be children. I don't care if it's a LARP, or a lark. No. Yeah, it could be a lark and a LARP. I don't care if it's you're trying to get clicks on the internet. I don't care if you actually believe it. I know if you look at behaviors and actions, for the most part, it's corroborated. Things are not as bad as what the TikTok idiot girls show, but it's close. It rhymes. And there's all these problems happening. There's all the what here, we're gonna find out. Are you guys gonna vote us so we can shut down the border and start kicking out all the illegal aliens? Are you gonna allow us to legally do it in our own fucking country? Are you going to allow the men to do that? Or is it going to be, well, one, you'll vote and like, come on in, we don't care. Oh, if you dare send them back, that's illegal. You're gonna prove. I made the prediction before. You will see 2024 that American women in the United States during the election, you will see that they will basically vote to end America. As yes, again, there will be a border, there will be America. We can't even defend the home country without getting arrested. We can't protect you without. Wasn't there? There was a woman that did get saved and then critiqued because I think the guy used a gun to ward off her attackers. Well, I didn't like it that he used a gun. And here, this is not 1940 where weird shit like that stays on page one and within the local community. This goes across the entire world, but certainly the United States. We see how risky it is just to fucking protect people and be a good Samaritan. And then, look, there's nothing but hate. I can't. The vast majority of the message men are receiving is that they're the oppressors, they're the patriarchy, they aren't needed. That is true. You all said that for decades now, right? You're punished if you ask out the wrong girl the wrong way, you're drunk or whatever. Fine, okay. And you got this little bit of girls. No. We need men. We need men. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what the majority is. Come voting time, you're gonna find out. And I've made my prediction. I think you girls are gonna go left again. You're gonna like, and then the problems will continue because I hate to point this out, but your problems are predominantly left-leaning policies that have gotten you here. I call me an istophobe. I don't care anymore. But until men have a reason to get up out of bed in the morning, until women are, hey, sorry, till you're beautiful, thin, nice, and you all want to get together and have sex and form families, till men have a vested interest, don't be surprised if they're shutting down and ain't signing up for the draft. Don't be surprised if you got a sign. All of a sudden, like, oh, we don't have enough. Tanner can't throw a grenade more than 20 feet. Get Becky in here. There are no more heroes. There is no people. And here's the thing. Yes, are there outstanding individuals and outstanding circumstances that become heroes? Yes. Audie Murphy is one of them. Look him up. Oh, who? Medal of Honor winners. None of the others are coming to me now. There are individual men and women who have done truly heroic things. I even watched a documentary, a little 10-year-old girl got a bunch of people off the beach in Thailand because she remembered her teacher telling her that when the ocean goes out and away, that means there's a tsunami coming. And she warned everyone, and parents didn't believe her because why listen to the educated kid? There's a hero. She saved 100 people's lives, they estimate. A little podcast I listened to. Yes, there are heroes, but they're the exception, and they do not make changes or turn grand social problems around. That takes generations. That takes a group of not so much micro heroes, but good people who are vested in the outcome and the benefit they are vested in the country. They're vested in the good outcomes for the country. And normally that would have been children, or at least a community, at least something. And boy, tell me, you go tell me the messages men have been getting for 4 decades now, probably 5. I wasn't around 5, almost. Why are they going to get up? Why is the army of men going to get up and become plumbers, fix the roads, build more housing? There's another one. All you Karens out there. No, you can't build affordable housing there. No, you need to have a McMansion. I don't want low-income housing people. It's not low-income housing. That's Section 8. It's just starter homes for young. No, we can't do that. Need more regulations. Getting in the way again. Until men. I'd say some women too. You need a cultural reason to investigate. Right now, your cultural reason is to hate on America because it's fun and cool. And it was totally edgy. Your teachers taught you that back in middle school. Totally social. I like so much. Yeah, like you're not the first. That's been going on since the 70s and the 80s. You're not special. But until predominantly, mostly men have a reason to invest again, they ain't working. They're slowing down. What do? They call it a slow work or work off or a slow down or whatever. Labor force participation rates are going to continue to drop. And dude, they ain't going to, I don't have to look it up. Military's not meeting its recruiting goals, right? They're not going to defend the nation. And no, they're not. They're not going to risk going to jail, let alone getting hurt, defending Milady, who voted to put him in jail if he were to defend her from an attacker. Heck, we had the one guy where the client sent in a real story. The boyfriend was at the girlfriend's house, girlfriend, single mom, and the girlfriend was trying to get full custody from her ex-husband and tell the boyfriend any of this. The ex-husband comes in, goes in to stab. This is at night, 3 a.m. or something like that. Goes in to essentially end the ex-wife. Boyfriend gets in the way. Guy stabs him too. Boyfriend gets knife away from ex-husband, stabs him, manages to end him, but then boyfriend is mortally wounded, dies later that night. No. Why are they jerking off to porn and video games? Well, I can't. It could all, well, it won't end tomorrow. We all of us, both men and women, got to go on diets. And you men got to get real freaking jobs, real freaking. It could all start to end tomorrow. It could. We all start getting sexy and pretty for one another. You girls start coming back to, you knock it off with this girl. But look, there's nothing wrong if you go become an engineer and make a lot of money. God bless you. Go do it. Can you knock it off with the lip and the attitude and the girl boss bullshit? Could you be nice and feminine and demure for one? No, go be Sheryl Sandberg. Look how happy she is. Although it's kind of not, because if you didn't know, her husband did pass away prematurely. So maybe that's a bad example. Sorry, ladies. The only thing that really motivates men is you. Yeah. I didn't ask it. You're right. You didn't ask for that. But if you want anything, you can either do it yourself, which I'm still waiting for you today. You girls line up to go sign for BNSF and become a railroad conductor, or go work on the oil rigs, or, volunteer for the mill. Some girls you do. God bless you, you do. The military, not work on oil rigs. But it ain't going to change the rules of nature. Men are motivated by you. Problems will go away once we start getting back and we agree not to hate each other anymore. But if you still want to do this feminist girl boss, don't need no, I'm going to go get inseminated. Oh my God, did you vote Trump? I'm going to be the biggest beautiful. If you don't like me. Kate Perry's latest song, what is it? Hate the fucking white guy, or just hate all the guys? That's it. Wait, Lizzo got the hate the black guys. And then Kate Perry got the hate the white guys, right? It's the same message, just a different messenger. Isn't it something like, yes, we've heard it before. Oh, that's the latest, huh? That's the latest. Hey, I don't know. Have you thought about the sundress fake drama? Okay, wear a sundress. Oh, but hey, I know which way it's going to go. I know. What I'm suggesting to you girls is insulting, right? It's horrific. Oh, it's misogynist. Fine. You know what? Just going to wait to see how many more electrical engineers are graduated, how many linemen, or line women, right? Ladies, you could sign up for that. All we have to do is just China. What do you think would happen if, like, there was a land invasion in the United States? You think any men would lie? You may protect your family. That's it. Here's a better question. What percent of the men would say, oh, you're coming here to get rid of this shit? Oh, can I sign up with you guys? How many would go turncoat? Join the Chinese, the Russians, whoever would come invade. Yeah, they're making it impossible to get housing, and we have to have like a master's degree to get a job, according to HR people, and they discriminate. You'd get rid of all that? Oh, okay. I mean, it'd be a lot worse with the CCP, but I don't want to bore you guys with fascist economics. So there you go. Imagine that. There's no children, And men seem to want to work a little bit less or sign up for the military a little bit less. Huh. Don't worry, your prince is right around the corner. The prince that will save America is right around the corner. It's Joe Biden. You just didn't vote Democrat hard enough. The government checks aren't big enough. Don't worry. He's just isn't there a good-looking Democrat? Oh, dude. See, that Democrats could have won it. They could have won it if they picked a good-looking Democrat guy. There's got to be some good-looking Democrat guy, right? Politician. Like JFK. I mean, that was a while ago, but oh, let's go to the super chats, the super chats, the super chats. Let's go to the super chats and have ourselves a treat. So, I don't know what happened. We have some very generous super chats right here, but as always, StreamYard has screwed up. So if I miss some, please let me know via email. Wisdom Vision Productions, $2. I love No More Heroes. Great video game. Oh, wait. Oh, God. No More Heroes 3 was horrible. I am so sick and tired of these games. Oh, no. See, you can't just whack and slash your way through. That'd be too fun. You have to hit them in the right order, and you have to hit the A button twice. And oh, no, it's not consistent like any other game. Like an FPS, if you've played Halo, you could play them all. No. See, you have to learn all this shit all over again for a different game this one time. No More Heroes, the first one was pretty good. I grant you that. Wisdom Vision Productions, $2. I forced my parents to watch Die Hard every Christmas Eve. Wait, they don't they like it? Who doesn't like Die Hard? What is with people? There's some weird, you know what? I've seen a disturbing increase in the number of people who don't like ice cream. What the hell is wrong with you people? Dre probably still hasn't seen Die Hard. I guarantee you, Dre has not seen Die Hard. Drew, $2. Die Hard in the theaters during Xmas was awesome. Yep, I saw it. I got a picture. I saved my receipt. I saved my little ticket stub. Wisdom Vision Productions, $2. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Yep. Short prediction. We're going to go to where we're back to lawlessness. It will be a total collapse. Nature will be the new law. We're going to relearn all of our mistakes. You're like, oh. I mean, it's going to happen. I don't think it'll happen while I'm alive. And we're all going to relearn why humanity evolved the way it did. Drew, $5. I love my new job, Cap. Took a male security position, and it's so damn laid back. I work with ex-military dudes on the same page 3 months to go. Nice. Mark Magana, $2. Excellent use of the word lackadaisical. Thank you. Thank you very much. I should become an author. You think you guys would be all right at it? I have up here, I think it's Goth Rocker. He's donated several, and then we got a $31 Australian super chat, so I don't want to miss him. Brian Dupree, $5. Took a YouTube break, working 60 hours a week and saving $2,500 a month, and lifting and kickboxing daily. Nice. Got my vasectomy just in time for my guy's trip to Costa Rica. Good luck, Brian. I hope you come many times. Universal Coordinate 31 Australia. Male heroes are frowned upon like farting in an elevator full of people. Men mostly are treated like disposable income these days. It's like starting a game of chess and check the odds are against you. Yeah. See, the thing is, people will still respond to an actual male hero. They sure the fuck aren't going to respond to a female hero. Sorry. Miss Marvel. No. Tony Stark. Everybody loved Tony Stark. And it's there. It's hardwired into the human psyche. But I'm not talking about like having real actual heroes or movie heroes. I'm talking, quote, your everyday heroes. The guy, if you've ever watched the Magnificent Seven, the Western version, I think it's what's his name? He slaps the kid across his face. He says, "Don't you ever talk bad about your father." He says, "My father's a coward. He's not brave like you." He hits him across the face, and he says, "Your father's braver than all of us. To go out there and toil in the field and work hard. Like we just kill people." Don't you ever disrespect your father that way. And it's true. That's what I'm talking about is girls, I'm sorry. I know. You're gonna have to stop breeding with T-Rash and maybe find a good quality man that would raise your children. I know. They're so boring. I know. Or you could just not have kids too. If I don't care at all, there's no kid. Well, then don't worry about it. It's fine. Wiz Division Productions, $2. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Goth Rocker, 20 generous bucks. I get busted by coworkers all the time. I live alone and have no kids, no girlfriend. I explain, well, the women today are not nice, have awful tattoos, hate men. I'm happy I don't have kids because the future is screwed up. Yeah. Dude, I saw that coming along. I always used to say, my kids are not going to be batteries for a parasite welfare class. Because if I had kids, I wouldn't raise them. Oh, you're a victim. You're trans. You're this. You're that. Oh, disability. Oh, crying. Oh, they're depressing. No, I'd be like, you're not complaining. You will never whine about how you were born. You're going to work. You're going into STEM. And I looked at them like, yeah, all they're going to do is just become like a host for a bunch of other kids' or other people's kids' parasites. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. Goth Rocker, 20 generous dollars again. I don't know what I would say if I had a kid. All my friends, coworkers are all not married, but yet have kids. And the relationships with their exes. Exes! Fucking Christ. Look, until you all could stay married and together for the kids, don't expect heroes. Don't. You destroy the family, you take the kids away. I can't imagine why men aren't stepping up. But yet have kids, and the relationships with their exes and the kids are so screwed up and dysfunctional, yet I'm the weirdo. No, dude, you're right. Goth, you're right. You're the right one, man. You got money to give me $40 in super chats in one night. Again, I said it's rare, but it happens. The individual can be right while the entirety of society is wrong. Do you honestly think, Goth, just to give you an example, do you honestly think that in any scenario, theoretically into the future or any point in time in history, humanity, a civilization could continue where one sex is antagonistic or held contempt for? I hate to use the hate word because I don't believe most women hate men. I'd say a third do. Do you think where one sex has abandoned the other, that civilization continued? I don't give a shit how many doctorates in women's studies y'all have. It doesn't work. You're going to find out real quick. The hubris and the naivete of a generation of, I don't want to call women, but feminists who thought we don't need the other sex. Like, that is fucking arrogant. That is fucking fascinating. Like, oh, you don't know. Really? See how this works. And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, just think about the stupidity of that. Like, would you ever say we don't need women? Get women out of here. Gee. And with the petulant little childish arrogance. No, women suck. They're horrible. You know, like when they do the street interviews, which I know is all that. It's fake. All right. But would you ever believe that? It's like, no, you need women for many things. But like, oh, well, they don't. Why are they doing anything? Come on, go do something. We need to be safe. Why is it that we? But don't protect us when someone attacks us. All right, we won't. Why didn't anyone protect us when they attacked us? And let's make sure to put that up on the internet and take away guns. Like, I love how American women have completely defanged their men. Like, we are not allowed to fight and defend at all. We can't find neutered your men. Oh, just let all the illegals in. I don't know if someone gets attacked, you can't defend them, and they're gonna throw you to jail. I don't know why things falling apart. I don't know. You're not the weirdo goth rock. We're in clown world, man. We're in clown world. And one of the most clownish things is one sex saying they don't need the other. Like, okay. See how that goes. Ken Rose, $2. Thanks for the $2, Ken. Boo Boo, hey man, how you doing? Our Philippine agent in the field, 50 Philippine pesos. IR hero, I'm about to save drink from going warm. Good for you, Boo Boo. Hey, if you ever need, you just let me. Boo Boo help me out in the Philippines. You're a good man. If you ever need a bottle of booze, you just let me know. I'll gladly contribute to your funds. Hey, Boo Boo, why don't you next time tell people where people could find you if because you're a graphic artist. If you ever want to promote your services. Wisdom Vision Productions, $5. They like Die Hard. They just don't like watching it on Christmas. Where's the Christmas spirit in your family, Wisda? However, I punish them because they make me watch awful slop like that Halo show all year. Wait, your folks watch the video game Halo show? The one about the video game? Really? Are your folks kind of older than me even? That's a weird family you got, Wisda. Eric, $2 collapse next year. Not while you're alive. No, I don't. I think, like I said, it's going to be a slow decay into Brazilian standards of living. And then it'll be an issue. Can technology keep up? And how many producers are producers as parasites? By this time, I should be dead. I should be long gone. But the humans are just going to keep holding on to the lie that somehow they can make gold from lead, that somehow they can survive without working, without being of value or service to the rest of society. And they'll borrow, they'll go into debt, they'll steal, and then the day's going to come. There's just one too many parasites and one too few producers, and it all come crashing down. And then when the cops can't be funded and the electricity goes out, it don't matter how much tanks they got at the U.S. Armory because there ain't no gas. It won't matter how much M16 rifles they got because there ain't no electricity or gas to get it'll just be like, okay, every man for himself. Oh, with the feds, man. No, there's no feds. They're not able to get here. There are no planes working anymore. The radar systems are down. You are on your own. And then it's hockey mask time. And then the new government is called nature. And we will relearn the lessons of our forefathers. We will. Lester Valentino, Canadian, will eventually get the upper hand. Yeah, I mean, it won't be an upper hand. There's equality at what? Do you think men back in patriarchal days when men were out and plowing fields, fighting in tribes, fighting wars? It was horrible. Not like patriarchy was this great thing, but it was progress and it was stable. They're gonna dig up college course offerings 2,000 years from now. I'm like, look at the shit that these dumbasses fucking pissed away all their lives on. Women actually studied their own vaginas in the mirror for 8 years and taught other women how to study their vaginas in the mirror. This whole thing called women's studies. Well, that seems a tremendous waste. Yes, Zach, I don't know what their names will be in the future. And look, then it collapsed. We found this website. We backed it up. We found some servers. Look at this guy with the funny hat and the shirt. Sam Whiskey, most American name in America. A society that destroys statues does not deserve heroes. Right. Hey. Boo Boo, 125 pesos in. Nah, man, I'm working for one guy. It pays more than enough. Thanks to. Okay, cool. Well, if you ever need a favor, Boo Boo, you just let me know. Nonstop Drake, $2. But Cappy, they say men are toxic and worse than a bear. Yeah, okay, that bear thing. Again, theater and bullshit. But think of the optics. The real big one is that you can't defend innocent people. You can't. You will go to jail if you use violence to do the right thing. That's the real one that gets me. Because even in Die Hard, Dwayne T. Johnson, police inspector, the guy, the LA lieutenant or whatever who's on the scene, he's about to arrest John McClane when John McClane gets out of there. Like, destruction of a public building and ignoring this and blah, 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 the murder of Hans Gruber. He's about to arrest him. Like, oh, was it Republicans that would have voted for that? You are, let me put it even more clearly. You are so fucked without men, you have no idea. No clue. If you want, go get my book, A World Without Men. I analyze it. I go through what women produce in the U.S. and men produce in the U.S. And then they're like, oh, well, where do we get the rest of ours? Because this can't support any. Oh, we import it from China. Also disproportionately produced by men. Do you know what would happen to this economy if men stopped producing? You girls have no idea. No fucking clue. Because you wouldn't be speaking the horrific shit you speak right now about men. Go get it. A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy. And before you say, oh, you're biased, Department of Labor statistics under Biden. Well, fine. Go cope. Wisdom, $5 again. My dad is a hardcore geek, played World of Warcraft, grew up on stuff like Dune and Star Trek. No kidding, really? So your mom's got to be kind of a cool gal too if she found him attractive. I don't mean in a wrong way. I think your mom's got to be a little quirky or something fun. Very weird family. I'm a chip off the old block though. Well, good for them. Dre, $2. Don't worry. T-Rash will say. T-Rash will save them. I can't wait to see all these poser guys like your NBA dude bros and your soy boys and your nobodies. And like the really cool drug dealers might have the street smarts to get by. I can't wait for it. It'll be amazing. Warlords is going to be intelligent, conniving, Machiavellian, vicious men that survive. And I am more than happy to become one, but I ain't going to be having no harem. Like, we're mobile. Somebody is awake. We're taking shifts. Shoot now, ask questions later. Nestor Valentino, 5 Canadian, not a historian, but our vagina-centric society has parallels to the fall of Rome. I read it from a big book that make me look smart. Sam Whiskey, or the fall of Baghdad. Sam Whiskey, $5. Russians, even today, respect the Soviet heroes. We calls ours racist unless you wear a dress. Yeah. For example, many things have happened to Russia, but I imagine people view Peter the Great fondly in Russia, right? Nonstop Drake, $2. No good deed goes unpunished nowadays. Yeah. Goth Rocker, $2. A World Without Men and the Men You Are Amazing books. Thank you. Ghost of Baker Pass. Not the statistics, anything but that. Wisdom, $5. Not at Nonstop Drake. T-Rash will leave no single mom untouched. He'll be like a bounty hunter or repo man of single moms. The Trashinator. T-Rash, he might be resourceful enough to get by, but you take away the welfare state. Yeah, a lot of the Pookies and the Ray Rays and your whatever their equivalent is over in the trailer park, the welfare collect. It's over. It's over. And no, the guy with the cool sports car, bro, with the lease, he will not survive. Dre, $2. Cappy will have a harem of Gavin Newsom. No, there will be no. Oh, hang on. All right, that went away. All right, do we got any more? No, that's it. All right, link below. The book of numbers analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. A World Without Men. Go get it. Tell me if I'm wrong. See, it's a big old prediction. You go, tell me if I'm wrong. And then enjoy the decline, accept and live with the death of the United States. And I don't want to hear you girls complain you can't find no man. I don't want to hear it. No, you can't say we're all the good. No, you can't. Please stop talking now. They're gone. You didn't groom a generation of real men here. You pushed them all away. Generation Alpha might have it. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.